welcome back to the channel, and today it's a bit of a 1 year anniversary. Well, it's a bit late because we hadn't had time to film this vlog, but it's a bit of a 1 year anniversary with Cloudy, and it's showing all of his progress that he's done over the past year, because last year he couldn't even walk without bucking. I'm not even joking. Honestly, it was horrendous, but now he is just so fast. When Mum bought Cloudy, she was like, oh my gosh, what have I just bought? But now we're like, oh my gosh, what did we buy? Like, he's such an amazing Shetland. He's absolutely incredible. And at this time last year, we were thinking, honestly, we've just made the worst purchase in our life. But no, it's been one of the best purchases ever, and me and Mum are so happy with Cloudy boy. We just love him to bits, and we're gonna be showing you in this vlog all of the progress. We only started racing last year, and in this vlog you're going to see how much progress and how far Cloudy has come. So we're starting off with the Pony Mag Big Day Out race, which was the biggest race for me and Cloudy that we've ever done. And then we're going to show you what we were dealing with last year with some unseen footage. And guys, it's been a journey. It's been a whirlwind. Honestly, it's been a very long journey, but it's very worth it, and you're gonna see why in a couple of minutes. But first of all, we're gonna go to the Pony Mag Big Day Out, where we filmed a couple weeks ago. So Cloudy has just arrived. I'm all in my racing silks now. I look a bit like a minion because I've got my body protector on, my racing silks, and this massive coat. So yeah. But we're just heading over to the horse boxes now. Really excited. Oh, so much.
He's never been in an indoor arena with an audience, has he?
No.
So we don't know how he's going to be.
So all of last year, Cloudy wore a titanium mask and earplugs, and he had none of that today, which was a massive mistake because this was the biggest race that we've ever done together and in Cloudy's whole racing career. So he was very, very revved up. He was so excited and overwhelmed because the mask is kind of a bit like his comfort blanket, and it was so loud in there, but it was very echoey, and the crowd was massive.
Here you go. Up. Turn away. This is exciting. Right. Now turn in. This is really nice, isn't it? Wait for the tape. Here we go. It's coming, climbing.
So we've got a quick replay here. I didn't ride this like strong enough, and I personally think he was a bit afraid of the crowd, and yeah, it was a bit unfortunate, that whole thing, but I decided to carry on the race as I didn't want to stop and then that make a bad habit, so he could learn he can just run out and the race stops. So I carried on the race. So let's see how it goes. Unfortunately, we were disqualified as we didn't go clear, but I was so proud of him because that was our first ever massive, it was quite scary for him, I think, and it was very fizzy in there. It was his first ever big race of the year, but I was still so proud of him. Last season, when we went into the racing, he came in quite slow and a bit sticky and just not really willing to jump. So I was so proud of him for coming in this year and going straight into it. And he was so fast. That's literally the fastest I've ever seen him go in a jump race. But now it's time for the lap of honour, and I must say, number one, I didn't have any brakes, and number two, Cloudy thought in his head that he would win this. I think we need another replay of that, guys, because that is up with my number 5 best moments of my life. Best carnage moments of my life. I think it was just the lack of earplugs, the no comfort mask, and the huge crowd and the echoey building and the music as well. Cloudy just thought, this is my time to shine, maid Solens. I know that wasn't the perfect race you were all hoping for, but to be honest, I was absolutely so impressed. He just owned the show, literally, and all he wanted to do was run. Obviously, there were some jumps included, but all he wanted to do was just run and run and run. But Cloudy just went for it. He got his speedy legs on, his brave boy pants on, and he just went for it. I didn't know what was happening because my Shetland has never gone that fast. I was just sitting there thinking about what is going on in Cloudy's brain right now. But yeah, it was very, very exciting. And that lap of honour, that was just something else. I couldn't stop. I was just holding on for dear life, hoping that my stirrup wouldn't come off, because otherwise I would have had no hope. But yeah, that is going to be in my memory box for probably the rest of my life. So now we're moving on to Cloudy's first ever race, which was actually a 3-day race, but we went home in the first morning. We went home in the morning after the first race of the day because we just couldn't handle it. We were like, oh my gosh. What is this? Little cream done Shetland. It was literally, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. Guys, I couldn't even get over some of the jumps. I got over one jump and there were, I think, 8 or 12 in the race. But after that race, I just felt really, really sad that I didn't get him over the whole course. And I was just thinking to myself, he's going to learn now that he can go to the side of a jump when he doesn't want to do it anymore. So I was a bit worried about that for the rest of the year. Also, he'd never seen a crowd before, so it was all just so overwhelming for him. And I am just I didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't know what he was going to think. I just went in there and failed. So recently we had the trials day, which you have to do every single year. Even if you've done it every other year, you still need to do it. It's an essential thing so they can measure your height and just see that if your pony's suitable, and like just tack checks and all little bits and bobs like that. So the trials day was about a week or two ago, and Cloudy was just brilliant. I couldn't have asked anything else for him, and he was just superb. He was such a good boy. We've actually got a comparison from the trials day this year compared to the trials day last year, so you're going to see everything what's happened. And how crazy it has been, because he's improved so much. I know I'm saying this a lot, but he's been a superstar, and adapting to the racing environment and all the ponies and the massive crowds. And he was just a little child's pony before we got him, and now he is just... I've got no words. So now it is the Shetland Pony Grand National Trials Day, which was 2 weeks ago, and Cloudy, I must say, was so impeccably behaved today. He was such a good boy. He was he was casual. Like, this was well-behaved Cloudy. There were so many Shetlands there. There were over 60 Shetlands there. So the Shetland Pony Grand National Trials Day is a chance to see if your Shetland is well behaved enough to go to all of the shows, and just so they can see the combination that you're riding on. And there's one of these every single year, so if you want to race, you have to go to one of these trials days, and it's at the start of the season. And here I am going around in our 2 pairs. I was taking it nice and steady because this day was all about getting your pony over the jumps and being well behaved, and that was literally what Cloudy was. It wasn't a race at all, it's just a steady training day to see how your pony's getting on and if they're going to be good for the races. I also rode a different pony, as you are allowed to ride different ponies on the trials day. You're not allowed to ride any different pony in the races unless you've rode them at the trials day. It's always a good opportunity to ride a different pony on the trials day, as then if your pony goes lame or something, then you've got like a backup pony. So here is Cloudy having a little break with his little friend Fireman. They love each other. They're a little boy band. On the trials day, you have to go in a pair of 2, a pair of 4. I'm not sure if there was a 6, but there was definitely an 8. So you just have to wait around and wait for your turn, because there's lots of ponies going round. So I was just trying to keep Cloudy nice and relaxed, and I must say he was brilliant. So now it's time for the 4 pairs, and we're just going to go around nice and safely and calmly. Now it's time for the 8s, and the Shetland Pony Grand National team are just building it up and making sure all the Shetlands are getting used to being in a bigger group gradually. And here are some clips of Cloudy racing at the trials day 1 year ago, and this was quite carnage, as you can see. Cloudy didn't really know what to do. He just wanted to cut the corners and ping those fences, which he did. Ping. And last year, Cloudy wasn't running as confidently, his strides weren't as big, he was pinging the jumps, and he just didn't feel that overall confident. And he is definitely feeling confident this year. He knows his job and he's gonna do it. He's just transformed more than we could have ever imagined, and I am just very impressed. He's outdone himself. Like, I don't think he had a clue what on earth when he went into that first race at Suffolk. But now he goes into the ring, he locks into racing mode, and he knows as soon as the flag goes down. But 1 year with Cloudy has been very eventful and really rewarding, and he's just made my dreams come true being able to do the Shetland Pony Grand National. And I don't think I could have done it without him, because it's not the same buying a Shetland that you know can do it and you just sit there, kick, do a steering here and there, and they just do it for you. It's not the same. Like, I like to go into the ring working with Cloudy and like communicating through my seat and like telling him, and I even through the races, like sometimes I'd say good boy or like nice, good lad, like things like that, so he knows he's doing the right thing. And it's the best feeling knowing that we bought this pony not knowing what we were going to get. And he's just, me and him have created such a little bond together, and we've come so far, and we didn't like have any bond at all when we first got each other. But there are going to be so many racing vlogs this year, and I hope this makes you see how far he's come and how far he's going to come this year, because he's still even got room to improve. So I'm just absolutely buzzing with how he's come on, and I am just so impressed with how he's literally outdone himself. He's absolutely amazing, and I love him so much. The last 2 races that we've done, it's actually made my mum really emotional, like, because she gets to stand inside the ring and film the racing, and she like comes out almost crying because she's so proud of him. And he gets so many treats and pats and hugs and cuddles after the races, so he knows he's been a good boy. But I just want to thank you all so much for being on this racing journey with me and Cloudy and being here every single step of the way. But the best is yet to come with Cloudy, and I feel like we're going to have some really successful races this year. I love him so much, and I can't wait till I'm watching Harlan ride him now. But yeah, I wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's been on this journey with us, and thank you for watching all of our videos and supporting the channel. A massive thank you to just everyone who's watching this right now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!